All right, let's jump right in.
Yeah.
You know, you sent this video walkthrough of a software that this attorney, Theron Morrison, uses for his law firm, right?
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I'm pretty curious.
Yeah.
Because this guy claims he's like boosted his efficiency and his profits like crazy.
Yeah.
All thanks to automation.
Well, what's so interesting about this is...
Yeah, what is it?
It's that, he didn't just go out and buy some software off the shelf, He actually worked with developers to, really tailor it to his problems.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so interesting, is that, it's over 20 years. He's running a firm, and he was like, man, I need to fix this.
Yeah. So let's talk about those problems then.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, what are some of the things he brings up?
Well, right out of the gate, he talks about missed calls and scheduling.
Okay, so that's something a lot of businesses deal with.
A ton of businesses, right? I mean, every missed call could be a missed client, right?
Oh, right, exactly. Yeah.
And then all that time wasted playing phone tag, that's not billable hours.
It's true. So how does he address this then with the software?
So with this software, he's got an automated system that sends a text message immediately to anyone who calls and doesn't get through.
Interesting.
But also has online scheduling that's 24/7. So even after hours, somebody can go on and make an appointment, and it just takes away all that back and forth.
So it really streamlines that whole initial point of contact. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so he's getting people in the door.
Right.
But then he also talks about a problem with...
Yeah, so then there's...
people not showing up.
No shows.
Right.
And clients who...
don't retain. They don't sign.
Yeah.
And he says, this is a huge bottleneck for revenue.
It's true.
Because you think about all the money lost when people just don't show up.
Yeah, so what's he doing about that?
So he has these no-show and hire later automated sequences.
So it's like automated email reminders and stuff.
It's emails, but it's also text. And get this, it's recorded voice messages from him.
Wait, voicemails?
Yeah.
Like he's actually calling them?
No. They're pre-recorded.
Okay.
But it's still that personal touch.
Interesting.
And he says that these messages, especially the voicemails, have really bumped up his show up and retainer rates.
I would not have thought that voicemail in this day and age would be effective, but I guess when it's personalized,
It is.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, the key, right? It's
it's like you're scaling a personal touch, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's not just automating things to get rid of the human element.
Right, exactly.
Is really to enhance it.
Yeah, it's really thoughtful, I think.
So let's talk about this next problem he addresses.
Right.
Because this one, I think, is especially relevant in his area of law, which is bankruptcy, right?
Yes.
And that's collecting payments.
Yes. So this is a major thing.
I can imagine.
For any firm, but especially one dealing with clients who often are struggling financially.
That's tricky, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to balance, the compassion with, actually getting paid.
Exactly.
So how does his software even approach that?
So he has a system in this software called Wait Pay.
Okay.
And it's got all these different actions, and they're triggered by what's going on with the payment.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So let's say somebody misses a payment, right?
Yeah.
First, they'll get a voicemail from him.
Okay.
A friendly one.
Okay.
But then they'll get escalating reminders through text and email.
Gotcha. So it's not just this cold system that's sending out automated demands. It's
still has that personal touch in there.
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay. And what happens?
And it keeps track of everything.
Oh, wow.
So if somebody's constantly missing payments, it flags it for the firm.
Oh, that's clever. Okay.
So they know to take further action.
And what kind of results has he seen?
Well, he says he's increased collection rates by 4%.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, he went from 91 to 95%.
That's amazing. But for now, let's move on to
another area.
Yeah, another area where the software
shines,
is helpful. And this is something that I'm sure a lot of our listeners can relate to.
Right.
Which is
document
collection.
The paperwork.
I know, it never ends.
Never ends. Especially in the legal world, I'm sure.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Traditionally, it's all this calling and emailing and chasing people down.
Yeah.
But he's made it much smoother with this client membership portal.
What is that?
So it's basically this online hub.
Okay.
And it's secure.
Yeah.
But clients can access everything about their case there. So they can find like video guides that tell them exactly what documents they need. They can fill out forms online. They can upload everything securely, and it's all in one place. 24/7.
That's really convenient.
Yeah, and it streamlines everything, you know?
Yeah, for both sides.
For both sides. Less errors, less frustration.
What happens, though, if they upload the wrong document?
Oh, yeah.
Or they forget a signature or something?
That's the thing. There's this built-in communication. So if there's an issue with a document, the staff can leave feedback right in the portal. And then the client gets a notification.
So it's like you're eliminating all that back and forth email and phone call.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. And speaking of, like, saving time and money, I know he also talks about
ditching DocuSign.
Yes. Ditching the e-signature services.
Yeah, he was spending a fortune on platforms like that.
Yeah.
So he just built it right into his software.
That's smart. So no more monthly fees.
Nope.
And it's just right there, easy to use.
Seamless.
I wonder if that's a trend we're going to see more of.
I think so, yeah.
As e-signatures become like the norm.
Right.
It makes sense to just bring it in-house. Okay, so where do we go from here in the video? What else does he bring up?
Well, then he moves on to something that's super important for attracting clients, which is online reviews. Yeah. The star ratings, the testimonials, all that.
Yeah, those can make or break a business these days.
Oh, absolutely. I know. I look at them for everything.
Me too.
Yeah.
So what's his approach to that? How is he getting these great reviews?
So he has this automated review request system built in. And it's triggered at specific points in the client journey.
So it's like if the case closes successfully or something.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
So it's just a little nudge, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, leave us a review.
Right, exactly. Okay, but I feel like there's got to be a catch.
Well,
what way is it?
It's not just about getting good reviews. It actually has a filter that sends people who have negative feedback to a private channel so they can give the firm suggestions directly.
Oh, so it's like preventing those negative reviews from going public.
Exactly.
Okay.
How can we use automation to our advantage, but without losing
that human element,
that connection? Yeah. I think it takes a shift in thinking, you know, like for businesses, but also for clients. We got to remember that technology has limits. You know, there are just some situations where you need a human.
Yeah, you can't replace that human interaction.
No.
Yeah, so maybe it's about using automation for those tasks that are routine,
That don't need
judgment,
Yeah.
All that.
Nuance, yeah.
And then save those human interactions.
For when they matter.
Yeah, when you really need that person-to-person connection.
It's like a dance, you know?
Oh, I like that.
Both partners working together, taking the lead when it's their turn.
Yeah, and I think what this lawyer is doing is just a sign of...
It's a glimpse into the future.
Yeah.
For all professions.
Yeah, not just law. I mean, this is happening everywhere.
It's happening in healthcare, finance.
Education,
Everywhere, yeah.
So for all the professionals out there...
Yeah, what advice do you have?
Who are maybe a little nervous about this.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
Okay.
You know, don't think of technology as a threat.
Right.
It's a chance to get better.
Yeah, to level up.
Level up your skills. Expand what you can do.
Focus on those things
that make us human.
That AI can't do.
Exactly. Creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, all those things.
It's about becoming more human.
Yes.
As technology advances.
Exactly.
That's so interesting.
And remember, people like people.
It's true.
You know, we crave connection.
Yeah.
We want empathy.
Understanding.
Understanding,
Yeah, and that's something...
And those are the things.
A machine will never be able to give us.
Never.
Okay, so it sounds like the key takeaway from all this is that...
Technology is definitely changing the game.
Yeah.
But the human touch is still the most important.
Is what wins.
Yeah.
In the end.
The professionals who are going to thrive are the ones who are going to figure out how to use technology
their advantage
as a tool. Yeah.
And adapt.
And never lose sight
of the human...
Of that human connection.
Yeah.
So it's a future.
Full of challenges.
Yeah.
But also full of opportunity.
Yeah. So we're leaving you with this, dear listener.
Yes.
How is technology impacting your work?
Right.
How are you preparing yourself to not just survive, but to thrive?
In this new world.
In this AI world.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
It is.
It's a lot to think about.
A lot to ponder.
Okay, well, on that note, I think we should wrap up part 2.
I think so too.
And we'll pick up all these threads in part 3.
We'll dive deeper.
So until then,
yes,
keep learning.
Keep questioning.
Keep pushing the boundaries.
And we'll see you soon.